So we've all experienced that school day morning rush. You've got the hair combed, teeth brushed, breakfast made, and then there's lunch that enters the scene. Today we'll share a way to streamline your morning lunchtime crunch. Brittney Hanks is here to help us shift some of that responsibility and whip that morning lunch routine into shape. So yeah, we all feel the stress, right, of that brown bag pressure. What goes in, and then there's always the frustration of what comes home uneaten.
Yes, exactly.
You have a solution to both of those issues, and that is let the kids kind of take charge here.
Exactly. I get so burned out so fast from making school lunches, as I think most moms do.
Yeah.
So I wanted to turn it over to my kids, but I knew if I said, kids make your lunch, it'd be 3 bags of chips and a candy bar, right?
Exactly.
So I wanted them to be able to prepare their own lunches, but I wanted them to be set up for success, come together with a balanced meal, but still feel like it was, you know, they were doing it for themselves.
Let's just say, because I know a lot of moms will share your concern that only Cheetos and Go-Gurts are going to head out the door. You have young kids on the ground too.
Yeah.
Right? 10 and under?
Yep, 10 down to 3.
So you're a brave one, paving the way, but you find this system really works. Set it up for us.
So I just have a bin for each of the 5 main components that make up a lunch. So we've got a main dish bin, and I actually keep these things pre-made in the freezer. So you just pull them out of the freezer, pop them into the lunch boxes, pre-make the sandwiches, and then I have a side dish bin. And the great thing is you give your kids options, but you as the mom really have control, right? You got to pick what's in the bins.
So it's kind of a trick.
It is. It's kind of a trick. You're making them feel like it's all them,
They
but
have
really
all the power.
it's you.
You get the crown, but I'm buying the supplies.
That's right.
Okay.
And then there's a fruit and veggies bin. I keep this in my fridge. You can have fruit pouches. My kids love carrots, and I just do little condiment cups of ranch. And then a little treat bin. You can throw whatever you want in there, little mini candy bars, fruit snacks, and then drinks. My kids love these little yogurt drinks. So it's really easy for them to just grab their lunchbox. It takes them like 3 minutes to pull it all together, and they get to choose whatever they feel like for that day.
Yeah, so describe what this looks like on the home front for you. Is this the night before? Is this the morning of? Depends on the day?
So I let my kids choose. Some like to take more time and do it at night before they go to bed. Some are like, I'm gonna wait for the morning and do it then. So the great thing is, you know, they can choose when they want to put it together. But usually for most of my kids, it's right before school.
Right before school, but they're able to do that because it's so well organized. And I don't know, we're new friends. I don't know if we share a mild OCD gene, but this just makes my heart happy to see bins
organized bins,
and labels. And are these in your fridge, I assume? Pantry? So
some are in the pantry. The side dishes and the treats can be in the pantry. The drinks could be in the pantry unless you're doing like yogurt or something that needs to be refrigerated. And they're all color coordinated with, like, I keep this just taped into a cabinet right by all of their lunch boxes, so they know, like, okay, I'm going to grab one pink main dish, and they can kind of go down the checklist and put all of the items together. It
might take a little bit of a deep breath for moms to relinquish the control in the beginning, but it does seem foolproof the way you've set it up and labeled it and organized it in a way that the kids can't self-operate.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing as a mom, I mean, these are all pretty easy to throw together, is to set yourself up with some main dish items.
Okay, like what? You've got an example over here, kind of a more fancy idea.
So you can do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You just want to make sure to put peanut butter on each side of the bread for those. My kids love Hawaiian rolls with just turkey and cheese. You don't want to freeze condiments. So to make these Hawaiian rolls, you make it like one big sandwich. Cut the whole thing in half.
Oh, look at you.
Layer on your turkey and cheese, and then you're going to use a serrated knife to cut it up. That'll save you a ton of time.
See, I would not have even thought of that. I would have like individually cut.
I know, and then you're like folding the turkey and the cheese, so that's a really fast way to do it. These are a new favorite. These are pizza pinwheels that we've just started putting into our lunches, and my kids love them. And it's super easy because you just use all pre-made stuff. You could home make your own dough and, you know, your own sauce, but I am,
is it gonna pop?
It might. This always makes me a little nervous, right?
I know. I've never gotten over. Okay. Oh, that was
not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay. My heart's beating normal.
No spray. So you can find actually pre-made fresh dough at a lot of places. I know Trader Joe's carries it. A lot of grocery stores are kind of carrying the pre-made dough.
In their bakery.
Otherwise, you can get this crescent roll pizza dough. You just roll it out. You make it like a pizza where you're just putting on a thin layer of sauce. And you can really use whatever toppings you want, which is great. Whatever toppings your kids like. You could do just cheese. You can do...
everything freezes okay?
Everything freezes great. You can do peppers. You can do onions. We usually just do plain pepperoni.
How do we get the pinwheel shape?
So what you're going to do is you just roll it up like you're making cinnamon rolls.
Oh. Okay, and then cut it.
Yep. You just sprinkle on all your stuff, and then you just roll it up just like a cinnamon roll.
Cut them, bake them, freeze them.
Cut it with a serrated knife. And it makes these great pinwheels. You cook that in the oven for about 20 minutes.
All right.
And let them cool and pop them right into the freezer.
All right, move over, Mom. The kids are taking control, but really what makes this doable is the slick system. I noticed those darling printables. You have those on your website.
Yeah, these are all available to download on our website. You get all of the labels, the coordinating labels that have them. You can write on this one the items that they have.
You've made it easy.
That they can put it in. So
Where do
you
we
can grab that on my website, which is Homegrown Traditions, and I share lots of different ideas and mom hacks on my Instagram, which is Homegrown Traditions.
All right, Brittney, great to have you. Great idea. I think a lot of moms will appreciate it. We appreciate you being here.